welcome back to my channel, Mama. On today's video, we are talking about 3 things that you can do to create a thriving homeschooling experience as a homeschooling mama in business. So get cozy, get comfy, and let's chat. Here's what I know about homeschooling. I know that homeschooling is hard. And here's what I know about running your own business. I know that running your own business is hard. And so when we add those 2 together, it can feel impossible. It can feel like, what am I doing? What am I thinking? Am I crazy for thinking that I can navigate both of these at the same time? And so what I want to offer you today are 3 things that you can be doing so that you are creating less overwhelm, less chaos, and more peace in your homeschooling experience. So let's dive in. The first thing that you can be doing is using a loop schedule to make your days shorter. So every day you are trying to juggle business and homeschooling, right? You have client-facing work that you have to be doing. You have marketing that you're doing. You are working behind the scenes on your marketing efforts to grow your business and scale your business. But you also have to be homeschooling your children. And so you're working on math lessons and language arts lessons and history and art and all of the things. What has been super helpful for us is having a loop schedule, meaning our days are so much shorter, but we're still getting all of the work in that we need to be getting in. So we are doing math, language arts, reading, handwriting, and writing. We're doing history, we're doing science, we're doing art, and we're doing 4 language. Like, that's 8 things on top of the fun that we're having each day. And so if we had to do all of that every day, we'd have like an 8-hour homeschool day, right? The beauty of homeschooling is that you do not have to spend hours and hours and hours homeschooling because you are working with 1, 2, or even 5 children, right? That's way less than the 20-something children a teacher is gonna have in her classroom, right? And so we don't have to spend that many hours schooling. But when we are adding in all of the different subjects, it can get lengthy. And so one way that you can shorten your day to make it possible to homeschool and work on your business in the same day is using a loop schedule, meaning our Monday and Wednesdays are the same and our Tuesday and Thursdays are the same. On Monday and Wednesday, we are adding in history and art. And on Tuesday and Thursdays, we're adding in science and the fun things that we like to do, okay? So every day we're doing math and language arts and our handwriting, but on Monday and Wednesdays, we're adding in other subjects, and on Tuesday and Thursdays, we're adding in the ones that we didn't cover on Monday and Wednesday. That has made it so that we are covering all of the subject matter that we want to be covering, but we're not spending 8 hours a day doing it. Again, the benefit of using a loop schedule as a homeschooling mama in business is that it gives you time to work on your business. So for me, that looks like having 3-hour homeschool days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we devote 3 hours to homeschooling and we are done, which leaves me all of the other extra hours to work on my business. I've actually set it up so that my Monday and Wednesdays, I start with homeschooling and then end with work. And on Tuesday and Thursdays, I start with working and then end with homeschooling. And that gives me time to navigate the time zone that I'm in, right? So I'm 6 hours behind Eastern Standard Time. And so I want to have some early mornings where I'm able to talk with clients and have client calls and put on the trainings for my membership, but I don't need to have that every day. So on Monday and Wednesdays, I'm starting with homeschooling, ending with work, but on Tuesday and Thursdays, I'm starting with work and ending with homeschooling. The second thing that you can be doing to, again, just ease your homeschool and business, juggling that you have going on is use an open and go curriculum. And now I can tell you this from experience. I've done both. I've tried to create my own curriculum and I've used an open and go curriculum, right? An open and go curriculum is basically there's minimal planning. Like you can look it over either the night before or minutes before your child is going to do the lessons. And so that has been a game changer. When I was trying to create the curriculum, there was a lot of planning, there was a lot of researching, there was a lot of getting all of the materials we needed, there was a lot of connecting the dots and making, it make sense for my kids. And while it was fun, it wasn't fun because it felt so overwhelming for me. I was like, okay, what do I need to do today? And how am I gonna make this fun? And how am I gonna connect the dots? And how am I gonna make sure that we're actually like hitting all of the things that we need to be hitting and touching on? And it wasn't fun for me, right? And it wasn't fun for my children because of the stress that I was facing. And so having more of an open and go curriculum for those core subjects allows me to be creative in the other elements of our day. So don't knock it, right? Open and go, let's get done what we need to get done and expend your creativity in other areas. Okay, the last tip that I have for you as a homeschooling mama in business to create more ease into your day-to-day is asking for help. And I feel like we just don't do that as moms. We want to, I don't think it's so much of like, well, we want to do it, right? I think it's just that we want to be involved and we want to be present. Right now, my husband took our children to the library so that I could be here and film my videos. And while a part of me wants to be with them, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna be missing out on the library, I know that they're with their father. I know that they're having a fun experience. I know that if they had to wait for me, we probably wouldn't have made it to the library today. And I know that it's important for me to get my work done because our family relies on the income from my business. And so while it may seem selfish, it's actually in their best interest for me to ask for help so that I can work on my business because our business sustains the life that we have. And so whether it is asking your partner for help, your mother-in-law for help, a family member, or getting paid for help, right? We have a babysitter that comes twice a week and helps us so that we can work. So my husband works with me in my business, and so he needs work time as well. And so twice a week for 5 hours each day after we get our homeschooling done, we have our babysitter come. And first of all, my kids have a blast with her. Like, she is so fun and comes so prepared and always has something for them to do. Like, they're not complaining. They love their time with their babysitter. And so I know that for a lot of mamas in business, looking at hiring help and like paying somebody to watch your kids so that you can work seems like it's counter the plan, right? Like, well, I created this business and I work from home so that I can be with my children more and so that we can save money. And so what I want to offer you is to look at asking for help, paid help, as an investment instead of an expense. What would you be able to do in that time while someone is watching your kids so that you can build and scale your business, right? How much money will you be able to make in return versus the cost of having that sitter? How much more peace would you have if you were able to get your work done in an allotted amount of time so that when you're with your children, you're not thinking about work? This is what I should have done. This is what I could have done. This is what I still need to do. This is what's overdue, right? If you had intentional focused time, and it doesn't have to be 5 hours twice a week, right? It can be 2 hours twice a week, right? But whatever's gonna work to help relieve some of that burden, some of that overwhelm, some of that stress from your day-to-day, do it, mama. Like, it is beneficial for you and your business. And because of that, it's beneficial for your children. So I hope that this was helpful. These are 3 things that you can start implementing as a homeschooling mama in business to create more ease so that you are able to scale your business and still have a thriving homeschooling experience for your children at the same time. If this was helpful, if you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you hit the subscribe button. I have more videos coming along the way, and I will actually drop the latest video right here so that you can go and give that a watch too. And again, if you enjoy it, give me a follow, and I'll see you in the next video, mama.